Hello traders, today is September 1st, 2024. I'm gonna go over this one name. The name of this company is AST SpaceMobile. The ticker name is ASTS. What I was doing or mentioning, I mentioned this name a few times in some of my videos, and the reason why is because I saw how extended it was, and then I went short in this drop right here. As I was playing this name, I started getting more, I guess, information, and also seeing more X posts about this name, and it seems to be like a company that has or might have some potential. One of the things that I find interesting is how many people are really trying to jump into this. I personally, based upon what I see on the chart, that's what you can see right here, I wouldn't jump on it yet I could be completely wrong, because it seems that there is a lot of enthusiasm coming into this name. The volume has been picking up since pretty much May, so that is quite impressive, but now also volume is going down. Anyways, let's talk about this besides what we see on the chart, and let's dig a little bit about what this company does, and maybe the potential that they might have in the future. I'm not, as I'm saying, looking at the chart, I'm not too enthusiastic short term, but we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes. If you find any, or if you want to invest in your capital, please do some due diligence before you risk your money. If you find any utility on these videos, please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. Anyways, let's get into this. So ticker name is ASTS. The name of the company is AST SpaceMobile. This is a company that actually designs and manufactures satellites, and they are based in Midland, Texas. I'm sorry. So what the company is doing right now, they are developing a satellite constellation called SpaceMobile, just like the name, which allows existing and modify smartphones to connect directly to satellites, which in my opinion, that's very interesting and obviously has a lot of potential. This service aims to provide broadband internet access in areas where traditional terrestrial cellular networks do not reach, effectively covering coverage gaps across the globe. I mean, just by looking at that, I guess, prospect, it sounds quite interesting, and definitely sounds like makes a lot of sense. I was driving today. I went out actually apple picking, and I was in the woods, and I didn't have phone service. I didn't have internet, so navigation and that sort of stuff was a little bit tough. But I was just thinking about what this company is trying to do, and I was like, well, there's definitely utility here. And here's something that is interesting. You know, the satellite constellation, the company has planned to launch a constellation of satellites, with initial steps including the launch of operational satellites, actually called Bluebird series, to begin providing services as of mid of this year. So they might be a little bit late, but I guess we can still consider that we are in the middle of the year. I mean, depending how you want to see it. They have completed construction and testing of their first 5 commercial satellites, with intentions of expanding to a full constellation of 168 satellites for global coverage. That is also quite impressive. They have signed some partnerships, and this is when things start getting a little bit interesting. And if they actually have, and it seems like they have a decent proof of concept, this might be a pretty interesting, I guess, company for investing. So, well, they have partnerships with major telecommunication companies like AT&T and Verizon to expand their service aiming to increase their space-based network with existing mobile networks. These partnerships are crucial for both financial and backing and market integration. So, yeah, they're having the financial backing by, well, not merging, but partnering with huge corporations like AT&T and Verizon. So this is quite impressive. And again, I had no idea that this company was into this. And it's funny that I was just looking at the chart and saying, I can short this. And, when I saw a little bit of weakness just to get into my trading thing, I got out. I think right after this candle right here, I got out. But anyways, let's continue with a little bit more information about this. Their technology involves using large phase array of antennas on satellites to communicate directly with standard mobile phones, bypassing the need of ground-based infrastructure in remote areas, which that means that a lot of companies like AT&T and Verizon would save a lot of money on not only installing this infrastructure around several areas in order to, I guess, make their network work better, but they don't have to spend money on maintenance, and they don't have to spend or actually even think about scaling those assets. So that is quite impressive. Again, I was completely ignorant about what ASTS was doing. Let's see the market impact. I guess the company is approaching could revolutionize how remote and rural areas access to the internet, potentially impacting billions of people by providing connectivity where it is currently space or non-existence. Sparse of non-existence, which means that a lot of areas, not only in the United States, but just imagine in other countries, in which people just don't have access to internet just because there is no infrastructure for internet access or even phone services. So that there's definitely a giant impact if things go well for this company. As far as the financial performance, they have seen a significant interest from investors, which we can see. You can see it on the chart, and it's reflected. We can see the performance of the stock, which has shown substantial growth due to these developments and partnerships. Some of the things that I would note to this is that, like many space ventures, there is the involvement of high risk due to capital intense nature of the satellite launches and the need of continuous technology or technological and financial backing. That is pretty, I guess, something to keep in mind. They probably have a lot of challenges. That it probably includes regulation hurdles and competition from other satellite and internet providers. That's something to keep in mind. And the technical difficulty of ensuring reliable high-speed internet from space to mobile devices. I think that is probably one of their highest, I guess, challenges that they're going to encounter. Now, if you wonder how are they getting these satellites into space, well, they're using SpaceX, and I think they're actually launching a satellite or a bunch of satellites, I'm not sure, on September the 13th. So we might see a little bit of a spike or whatnot. This is basically what I wanted to cover, just I guess in the spirit of trying to educate myself on this company, and I thought, there might be a lot of people just like me that really don't understand what these people are trying to do. What I think they're really eyeing at is quite interesting. It has a lot of potential, but again, it has a lot of challenges that besides competition and the cost intensive challenge that they will have just building the satellites and partnerships, and it's definitely a very difficult industry. But anyways, definitely Something to keep in mind as far as the technicals, I think this is probably going to go down towards 35 SMA, and then we'll see what happens. I think this might continue going down, but I also think that there is a lot of more people talking about this name, and there might be a lot of FOMO going on, and I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of people just jump into it because what I just mentioned is quite impressive, and it could actually trick people into thinking that this is the next great thing without actually thinking or realizing that they also have a lot of challenges going on. They have competition, which is very stiff, you know, so I think you have to keep an eye on both sides of the story. What they're doing great, which is the partnerships with companies like AT&T and Verizon, and the business plan in general, or you know, the projections that they have. But again, you got to think about the challenges, which are also, I wouldn't say concerning, but something to keep in mind. Anyways, that's what I have for ASTS. I don't think I'm gonna short this anymore. I'm just gonna see how this develops. Probably wait until September the 13th. Let's go, it's right here. So yeah, you're probably gonna meet the SMA 35 by then. And then if the launch is successful and they have good news, this is probably gonna continue moving up. All right, that's what I have for today. I'll have a video tomorrow. We'll probably check on 10 to 15 names, and then we're gonna start trading again on Tuesday. All right, everybody, bye-bye.